Hello, what's up, everybody? Yes, this is another 105th boxing prediction video. Alright, let's start off with a fight that is on Friday, 27th, in London, Royal Albert Hall. And it's a fight for a vacant Commonwealth heavyweight title. And the big British prospect Daniel Dubois is fighting against an unbeaten guy from Ghana. He's called Ebenezer Tete. Yes, why not? Well, I think this is another rather safe opponent, I guess, for Dubois. I mean, he has so far passed his well, what some had predicted to be his toughest test, but didn't really turn out to be that tough. Yeah, it was when he knocked out Nathan Gorman in 5 rounds. But this guy Tete is, let's see, take a look at his tail of the tape and everything. Well, actually, it doesn't say here. That's kind of shame. He's 31 years old, so he's quite a bit. He's 10 years older than Dubois, who is still 21, and he's rated with 1 star on BoxRec, which means that this is not a really good fighter. So I don't know how he got to fight for the Commonwealth belt, but anyway, he's unbeaten, but he's got 19 victories and 16 knockouts, so he can punch, I guess. But Dubois, yeah, sorry, he's actually turned 22 this month. He's just, I think, going to steamroll over this guy. I mean, I can't really see. In the fight against Richard Lartey, who is also from Ghana, he was hurt once or twice, but he came out to knock the guy out in 4 rounds. So I think this is pretty much what will happen here as well. I expect Dubois to win by a knockout within the first 5-6 rounds, and yeah. Alright, then let's see what's next now. Yeah. Tony Yoka is fighting also on Saturday. He's another really good European heavyweight prospect from France, but he's got only 6 fights so far, and he's fighting Michael Wallisch of Germany in France. So this will, I guess, be another stoppage most likely. But Tom Schwartz is also fighting actually. Yeah, takes me a little bit time. Yeah, here it is. There's a rematch between David Avanesian and Kerman Learaga. It was a rather big surprise when Learaga got stopped for the first time in his career by Avanesian, and that was not so long ago. That was in March 30th. March. Yeah. Well, that's what happens, I guess, when a puncher fights a boxer, and he doesn't manage to really, to get him out of there in time, I guess, and doesn't manage to successfully mount his offense. Then sometimes they can gas and get stopped late. And yeah. So this time it's again the fight is on Learaga's ground in Bilbao. Well, I don't know really. I think Avanesian probably just got a little bit lucky. Let's say well, I don't like to use that term, but I think maybe Learaga just didn't or maybe he's just a bad stylistic opponent for Avanesian, for Learaga. So but this is the only loss of Learaga so far, and he's scored a couple impressive victories at least. Avanesian already has 3 losses, and he was stopped also once by Egidius Kavaliauskas. So I don't know really. This will be a rather hard fight, perhaps again for Learaga, but maybe he will. This time, I think he will. He should be able to get the best of Avanesian, and of course, Avanesian is pretty much would have to knock this guy again. I mean, stop Learaga again to win, perhaps because he's fighting away. So yeah, I really don't know what to expect, but let's say I think Learaga stops Avanesian in within the first 8 rounds. Yeah. And then what's next? Ryan Martin. Yeah, well, I guess we have to go over to the American car now. And well, first I want to talk about the smaller fight. Let's say it's Anthony Dirrell or Dirrell, I don't know, versus David Benavidez. This is a really good fight, super middleweight, and it's for a WBC title. And Benavidez is the defending champion, and yeah, I really think. I mean, he did struggle against Ronald Gabriel in the first fight, and Benavidez, and since then he's had one. After the second fight against Gabriel, he knocked out J. Leon Love, and while Dirrell he had a technical stoppage. I mean, decision over Avni Yildir, and he hasn't really. I mean, his best win was over in later recent years was over Caleb Truax, but that was 3 years ago, over 3 years ago. So I guess I favor. I mean, Benavidez slightly. He's much younger. They are both about equal in height, 6'2", but Dirrell is 34 while Benavidez is 22. So I think Dirrell is simply seeing the best of his career already, I'd say. He's still a good fighter, no doubt, but he just seems to lack something, I don't know what it is really. I'm not a coach. So, yeah, I expect this fight to go the distance most likely, and I mean, Benavidez, he's a puncher, no doubt. He's got 18 KOs of 21, and yeah, it's possible that he can perhaps score a later stoppage, but I think most likely, I mean, Durrell hasn't been stopped yet, has he? No. No, he's only got one loss to Badu Jack. That was a close decision. But I don't know, I guess this fight is rather wide open, even perhaps. I mean, there is a chance that Durrell might win, but I think Benavidez has shown himself to be very good so far, and as I said, he's 12, 12 years younger, and he's got less mileage on him and all that. He's got less fights as well. And here it works to his advantage, perhaps. So I'd say that most likely Benavidez wins on points. Alright, and then finally the main fight. Errol Spence Jr. versus that other guy, Sean Porter. Sean Porter, yeah. Well, I mean, most people are expecting Spence to win this fight, right? So, but I think still that Porter does have a chance. I mean, he's not a really so big underdog as many believe, perhaps. He's a guy, of course, he's been beaten twice, but he's learned something from both of his losses, and he's come back and scored victories over Adrian Broner and Danny Garcia. Yeah, and so Spence is the younger guy, and I guess he's the harder hitter of the two. And but I mean, he's got a really good resume, but he still has something to prove. I mean, he still hasn't beaten that many A level guys. So this fight will, I think, answer the most of the questions about him. And I read it of Terence Campbell's trainer Bull McIntyre. He called Spence style basic. Well, I guess so. It's rather basic, but it doesn't have to be so negative, right? I mean, so far he's gotten the job done, and he hasn't really been involved in any really close fight, or none of his fights decisions have been questionable. So some idiots shouting outside. So Porter, he tends to kind of rough up his opponents on the inside and all that. So this may be a rather, well, let's say ugly, not dirty, but a little bit ugly fight. But I still expect a good fight, no doubt. It will most likely go the distance. Yeah. Because Porter hasn't been stopped yet, and he's fought some guys who can hit. I think it will be a close fight. Very likely, definitely. I mean, Spence has gotten a lot of hype because he beat Mikey Garcia, who was unbeaten, and it was a one-sided fight. But Mikey didn't really show up. Real Mikey Garcia, and he was too small anyway for Spence, so I think this will be a lot tougher fight for Spence. But of course, I kind of also favor him to win by a decision. Yes, so that was all. Thank you for watching, and until next time, bye bye.